What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Superpowers AI only battle. I hope you're enjoying it so far. It's looked like it's been quite a popular one, which is great. There's lots going on, so we'll just get straight into it. And Rome with a... No, this was already here, but another settler though. Either way, we'll see where that ends up. And some more civs I see in the deep ocean. The Songhai. Germany's now out here. Anyone else? Just Germany and the Songhai, maybe? I know Indonesia. Oh, Rome's here as well, actually, with this caravel. I believe Germany is here as well. Sorry, not, yeah, I believe Indonesia is in the deep water. So, oh, the Inca have managed to get there just now. Siam's out here. China's out here. Okay, so there's a few more. Not so bad then. Siam getting the Arabian Peninsula, and something just fell. Where on earth is this? Kukia. Where is it? Okay, the Zulu took this city off the Songhai. And Siam completes the Forbidden Palace. There we go. And was it Indonesia? Yeah, they have a privateer somewhere. I don't know where it's off to now. The units keep disappearing. Someone did just tell me where their caravel or trireme ended up. I didn't see it. The comment literally just popped up before I started recording. So there you go. But I haven't read it yet. Sorry. We'll see. We can get it up now. Where did it go? Let's find out. The mystery. The curious case of the missing trireme. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Went into the Suez Canal and got stuck. Oh, we got baited. We got lulled into the memes. Okay, never mind. Yep, the canal is blocked. As you can see, it's blocked by a giant piece of land. Wow, we fell for that one hard. That's not what you. That's a great start, actually. You know, that is a nice, light-hearted and fun start to the video. After Egypt completely bottled the last one. They did so well to get... They were going to get a great peace deal, and then they gave away Memphis and threw it all in the drain, really, because now I think the Zulu will kill them eventually. We'll see. A lot of picks for the Zulu. All the picks have now sort of come through. The first two episodes obviously recorded in advance, but now I'm just as far ahead as everyone else is. As I'm doing this, episode 2 has just come out, so well, obviously I'd be just as far ahead as... No, wait, I could have been ahead, but I couldn't have been behind. That wouldn't make sense. Unless one of you discovered how to time travel, which if you did, you'd probably find something better to do, surely. But there we go. Another new city for China in the middle of the desert. Good for them. What is next? What's going to happen next? Right, next turn. Let's keep going. The Mayans are surviving. Just, I don't know, they must not be able to even go in the water yet, which is really sad, because these settlers could at least get the Caribbean. That would be quite nice. But now I imagine they may not even get that, as Rome settles a city in sort of Lisbon, Portugal area, continuing to get more land. An army of workers rushing to Iberia here, which is interesting. Of course, we did see Germany get the UK, and they've grabbed another city here with Leipzig in Scotland, so they're continuing to add the UK. So and Norway got Rome got Norway, and sort of more of Norway and Sweden. So yeah, Rome v Germany, that is going to be quite the rivalry. They've both kind of got a bit of a mess up here, but apart from that, it's going to be interesting. America with the Globe Theatre, another sort of favoured pick. I am inside. I'm rooting for them a little bit just because they usually do terrible, but the same applies to Germany, and it did to Persia, but they are going to do terrible again. Those sorts of civs. You know, feel for those guys, but the rest of them, like Russia, they're just doing their normal things. Shaka, no surprises. Songhai being the last hope of everyone else, no surprises. Rome also grabbed a city in Africa. Well, a second one in Africa. They've already got one over here. Maybe Rome is a bigger threat to the Songhai in Egypt. That would be quite impressive if they just started conquering everything down here. I wouldn't rule Siam out, and especially here. Ooh, Russia and Siam going for Persia. Siam would be great if they could get this. We'll see. Probably not good for the world if Russia gets it. They've been off to a flying start. Ooh, we're actually going to do info addicts again. Yeah, didn't even notice that. It's probably in this episode. Wait, how has that happened? Well, I guess we did them at 100. We're going to hit 150. It's going really quick, I think, because there's not as many civs. Or it was going really quick. I'm not really sure. It is turn 138 in episode 3, although in theory it's episode 5, because I used to split them into 15 minutes, now they're half an hour. This is going to be close. Siam and Russia both going for this. No real siege units on either side. For some reason I thought this was like Thought this unit was like an infantry for something, and I was very confused. It is not. Russia does have musketmen. But yeah, there's no catapults. There is a trebuchet, but they're Persians, so they're not doing... Oh, there is a Russian cannon on that hill to the north of the city, but that's it. The rest is just land melee units, and those units just die. Ooh, big war in Europe. Rome and Russia, although Russia is not really here. I don't know, Russia's not really... Well, they were busy over here, and yep, they just grabbed Persia's capital, so I guess that worked out for them, but they've got quite far to go to this front line with Germany. But yeah, Rome v Germany, that is a huge battle breaking out as Germany adds Brittany to their collection of European territory. Not really sure who's going to win this. Obviously, 10 turns from now, we'll get a good look in the info addicts just to see who is... If there's, you know... I mean, obviously, I assume Germany is going to struggle because they're on their own, but... numbers-wise, but it might not translate. This is a huge border, which makes it very hard to fight on. So we'll see. Berlin is literally right on the border, though, so it could be quite interesting. Rome has a lot of boats, so their numbers will be a bit inflated. These boats can't really do too much to Germany, and Germany actually has some good boats of themselves in the areas where they need them, up here and down here. Maybe they're a bit exposed out here, but then again, I don't think Rome will come this way, so it's going to be quite an interesting fight there. And America's still failing against the Aztecs. Some things not changing, for now at least. And the Mayans are finally in the water. That's what you like to see. The scout embarking on a journey, as well as the missionaries. That's good to see. Lots of civs. Actually, it's not really lots. It's like 4. But there's lots of units in the Caribbean. So maybe we'll see some settlers out here. There is still plenty of space to be settled, which is pretty rare for this map at this point in time. There's still, you'd squeeze a couple more cities up here and around the edges of the tundra. Ireland and Iceland still available. Probably could get one more in the UK and definitely one more in Eastern Iberia. Maybe another one here too. Rest of Europe's pretty packed. Still space around here in the Arabian Peninsula, Eastern Anatolia. Up around Russia and between them and China there's a few gaps. Japan is completely wide open. That's another big landmass that someone will have to take at some point. The Indonesian islands. That settler was here already, sadly. And there is Australia, which the Zulu have now seen. I think China may be on their way home. So civs have seen that. And then there's also a big, huge area here in East Africa. You could put like another good-sized civ in here. And there's parts of the Sahara, which maybe are not as valuable. So yeah, there is a lot of territory still up for grabs. And, you know, kind of all around the world. I mean, South America is probably the least, but there's still... Maybe squeeze one more city in, I don't know. But they have the Caribbean to go for. Just trying to drink, keep the throat hydrated. We don't have to miss any more streams through sore throats. And the last few videos, I feel like I sounded pretty, I don't even know what the word is, like, it's very dry voiced. So it's good to just, you know, you might have to hear me sip a few times, which is probably annoying. This is a bottle, so it's more like chug. But Russia and Persia piecing out, which really ruins Siam's day because they can't really get to this city. So that sucks. We'll see what they get up to. I imagine there'll be someone that maybe kills Indonesia later on, but we can see they could get to Australia as well, and these other islands. Hawaii, of course, also still available. We won't forget. Good old Hawaii. Right, this is not looking good for the Songhai. Plenty of units here, but sadly I don't think enough to hold on to this city. And what is this? Has fallen to the Zulu. Yep, that's rough. That is not what you like for the Songhai. Shaka starting to emerge. It's going to be really interesting because there is some like huge civs. I mean, China, Russia, Germany, and Rome are all massive in their own right. Those 4, and then the Zulu. America are probably in that bracket as well with them, but you can't really... I don't know how to compare them. It's really difficult. So the info addicts will shine a bit of light on who is where, who's doing better. It's quite exciting. The Songhai are doing really well here. Is the Zulu haven't sent their boats over. They do have a few. They could match up to the Songhai, but the Songhai keep damaging these cities, keeping themselves in with a chance of regaining these cities, which is a great idea. Something I would recommend. Right, 5 more turns and we'll find out what's going on. We're flying through this, aren't we? America has a settler and it's in the water. I would guess based on where they've explored, it will go to the Caribbean. I don't even think they can go in the deep ocean. So they probably won't be going for Ireland. So yeah, I imagine this is going to head down towards Cuba or Jamaica or the Dominican Republic / Haiti, or any of the other islands that are definitely a lot smaller than this map portrays them as. Oh, America just put this scout into the deep sea, so they finally unlocked that now. But obviously the scout hasn't found this stuff yet, so they don't even know it's here. So I'm sure they'll do the safe play with the settler and send it down this way. Zulu and Egypt peace out, and thank goodness Egypt didn't give us any more terrible peace deals. So there is a slight bit of hope. Not really, because Shaka is coming for them eventually. They will have to put up another phenomenal defense next time. Rome enters the industrial era, and how is Europe's biggest war? Yeah, nothing really. A lot of damage bubbles, numbers popping up, but no cities too bad. Dortmund's had a bit of siege, and as is Ostia here, so we'll see. I mean, if Germany threw all their boats at these, they probably could get them. And Rome may end up getting Dortmund, which would actually connect to their empire and split Germany off from the UK, which would be maybe a good strategic idea. But the other issue for Germany is Russia starting to gather around their cities, and Russia now has their Cossack unique unit, so that's going to be painful. We'll see. But Russia, of course, very wide. They will have to keep an eye out for China, who have just sort of kept to themselves. Obviously attacked Siam a few times, but they've been very calm here. And they are the first civ, I believe, to have Gatling guns. And we have the first ideology, America not going freedom, incredibly, breaking all the stereotypes and going for autocracy. Don't know if there's some sort of irony in there. Maybe. I don't know. Let's not get into that sort of stuff. Either way, America is going to finally conquer a city off the Aztecs. I don't know what has sort of changed this. Is it a unit in specific? Are they just better? I guess they're a bit better. No, not really. They have the same sort of tech. Minutemen are obviously a bit better than musketmen, but Gatling gun, I have no idea. I guess they've just, maybe these cannons did stuff and then got in the water. I'm not really sure. But either way, oh, they're already voting on the World's Fair, and I love that from Indonesia. They're going for a world religion. It's not even their religion, and yeah, that's, and they're about to lose this city. No, they're not. China does not have any. Oh, they do have a caravel. I thought they had no melee boats. China, well, at least Indonesia won't be an issue for much longer. The Mayans, despite being able to go in the water, have not sent their settlers to the neighbouring Caribbean. I feel like their scout went in the wrong direction or something and never found it. Or just died. No, it's still here. That's really sad, because the US has now settled Portland in Cuba. Here we go. Technologies. We'll see them in a second, actually, so we'll come back. But obviously you did see there the Zulu, China, and I think Siam were tied for first. And America conquers their first city off of the Aztecs, which is a blow to the Aztec. The other cities of the Aztec are just as hard, if not harder, to get to. So it's not a disaster, but obviously if you got the choice of keeping or losing a city, you're going to keep it every day of the week. And Germany did lose Dortmund, and actually the borders did not quite connect. I'm hoping they will eventually, because that is going to be gross if Germany somehow just grows a line through here. That would be pretty bad borders. But Germany, more importantly, Dortmund was a blow, but not a huge, not the worst one, but, oh, and they got it back anyway, just now. But Essen here is undisputed. Yeah, there you go. It falls to Russia. So Russia stepping in. Dortmund went back to Rome after going to Germany, and also the siege of Berlin has begun. And that's a kill shot right there. If you take the capital, that's, despite all the other cities still being up, that would be a huge blow if Germany was to lose Berlin. I think I just skipped over another ideology. I saw it. I went to say something about it and then skipped it. Yes, China went order. So we have autocratic US v order China. At least China sort of fit the script a bit better. Thanks, China. You did good. Pakal has entered the Renaissance era. Poor guy. Which one's Pakal? You're Pakal. Mayans. Just entering the Renaissance era while some of the civs are in the industrial era with a lot of 3 factories doing all that good stuff. Oh, we went 3 turns past it. I don't know how that even happened, but okay. Well, here is score. Russia, I'm assuming, is the yellow line. There was a lot of yellow lines confusing us before. Rome in second. Is that Germany in third? No, Germany's not in third. I think that is the Zulu in third, yes. And then there's a blue line, which I'm guessing is America, in fourth. And then fifth is green line, which is China. And actually everyone below that is dropping, which I think is the Songhai and Germany here in sort of 6th and 7th. This climbing next best yellow line, I'm going to guess is Siam, not Egypt. Yeah, because that's Egypt giving away their city, I assume. So that's Egypt with some other confusing yellow lines. This red one, no, that's a brown one sort of in the middle. I have no idea who that is, to be honest. That's the Aztec. This is the Mayans. This is Persia. Indonesia is actually beating the Mayans and Persia. Persia has just settled in the Horn of Africa, though, so there is hope. I'm just trying. If I miss anyone, Brazil should be in there somewhere. Brazil and the Inca are just not keeping up, really. Usually they are always, one of them will be up there by default because they're always big in South America. And, you know, the rest of the world's a bit more competitive at the start. But here, because everyone's got the same sort of luxury of being huge and only 2 civs in the continent, it's not really worked out for Brazil and the Inca. But here we go, the most populated countries, neck and neck, America and the Zulu. Then Russia, just a little bit behind, and then there's a much bigger sort of 2 million, 2.5 million drop off to Rome, and then a 3 million drop off to China. Germany in 6th, Siam 7th, Shoshone 8th, 9th is Songhai, and 10th is Egypt. Crop yield, here we go. So the most food, though, nothing, well, not really linked with, I think these are the 3rd and 4th biggest countries. There you go, not exactly correlating with population. Russia now has the highest crop yield, then Rome, the Zulu, America, China. We'll just do top 5, I think. Just because there's not that many, and I think then we can get a real grasp of who is maybe the top 5. So China there in 5th. Manufactured goods, it is that same 5 again, so maybe that's a sign. Production is led by America, then it's Russia, China, Rome, and the Zulu. Biggest economies, again Russia wins this one, then it's Rome, America, the Zulu, and China. Land, Russia, then Rome, America, China, and the Zulu. Shoshone in 6th, of course, that's a speciality of theirs. Biggest militaries as of right now, China leads the way, then Russia. Of course, they border each other, so that could be quite interesting. And Siam, those 3 actually. The 2 from Asia, East Asia, and then Russia, who now is kind of there with them. They've crossed the whole of Siberia. The Zulus sit in 4th, America in 5th. In terms of that big Europe war, obviously Russia with the 2nd biggest military, and Rome with the 9th. Germany's down in 13th. So yeah, it's going to be rough for Germany to turn that around. Social policies, America currently leading the way with 18. Obviously they did get 2 free, I believe, for picking their ideology earlier, so that helps. Same goes for China. Songhai, Germany, Egypt, filling out the top 5 there. We will do top 10 probably in the results, although I'm not even sure if there'll be 10 left by then, but you know, if there is, we'll do top 10. But social happiness, sorry, not social policy. Indonesia's winning. I think that's because they can see some more of the map. I don't know why. Maybe they're just, it's because they've got 1 city actually. That's probably it on deity difficulty. But Russia is the one to keep an eye on in the negative. I don't think Barbarians are off, but they can spawn if your unhappiness is bad. So they may have to deal with a few, but they should be okay. Technologies in last, we have the Mayans. Persia on 34, 35 for the Shoshone. Indonesia and Egypt 37. Brazil level with the Aztecs on 38. 39 for Germany and the Songhai. 40 for Rome and the Inca. Russia on 41. The Zulu and America for 42. And then tied for the lead, China and Siam with 43. Right, net gold we're not really using at the moment, but you can sort of see no one's quite running out of money just yet. Persia's getting there on 1 gold per turn. Cities, currently on the edge of death is Indonesia with 1. Then it is the Mayans with 2, as well as Persia. Egypt on 4, the Inca 5, Aztecs and Songhai 6, as well as Brazil, sorry. 8 then for the Shoshone, 10 for Siam, 12 for Germany, 15 for the US and the Zulu, 17 China, 19 Rome, and 23 for Russia. It seems like it's between Russia and America over all the statistics right now, although it does look like these 5 will be very close. Obviously I haven't kept track of like who's 3rd and 4th every time in my head, but that's quite exciting. 1 point in it for the science output. China just beating Russia, then it is the Zulu, Rome, and America. Again, the same 5. Obviously the fall of Germany could be a huge factor for this. If Rome was to grab a lot, that would help them. If Russia grabs a lot, it put them further ahead. What will China do next? When will they probably get to Australia? How much more can the US conquer? Same goes for the Zulu, really. They're in the same boat. Culture output, America leads the way by 1 point of Russia, who leads the Songhai by 1 point. Then there's a bit of a drop to the Zulu and then China. Wonders, Russia, Songhai, America, and Brazil, all with 3. Rome, Siam, Germany, China, Egypt, and the Aztecs with 2. There we go. Is anyone on a negative treasury yet? Not quite. Some of them a bit low. 12,000 gold. Some of them just not spending their money. No one's influential. Great works. 4s for the Zulu, Russia, Egypt, Rome, and America. So pretty much the top 5, except Egypt in for China. China's only got 2. Trade routes, everyone's got... Okay, I was going to say everyone's... No, 2 for Germany, so not so good. But 6 for Rome, the leader in that department. And let's have a look. How are those religions doing? Here we go. 29 for Confucianism from the Songhai in West Africa, and well beyond West Africa, because there's only 5 cities in West Africa. Judging by, where the religions are, I think that's spread into Rome. I would say is the best bet, because the Zulu do have their own religion, even though it's not doing too well. So maybe it's the Zulu cities as well. But yeah, Europe doesn't have any religions, so that's probably where it is. Second numbers is a tie. Egypt with Islam in sort of East Africa. Again, maybe a bit of the Zulu up in towards the Arabian Peninsula cities, maybe the Turkey sort of cities as well. 16 for Catholicism from the Aztecs, that will be sort of the America's main one, particularly North America. There's Hinduism from Indonesia with 12 in sort of Southeast Asia, pretty bold from them to try and get it voted through as the world religion. And then what have we got? Shinto in 9 cities, 4 for the Zulus religion, that's not doing too well, and 3 for the Mayans. They're not doing too great with their religions, I'm afraid. Not having the best of times, but it's okay. It's early. It's early still. And the Aztecs just reconquered their city. That's great news. Good job, guys. Probably not going to hold on to it, but we'll see. Fingers crossed for you. China settled not quite on Japan, but there we go. We'll take it. A new city here. And they do have another settler in mainland Japan, so we'll see that settled very soon. They put down another one inside their borders? No. Do they have anything going for Australia just yet? No. The Aztecs could come and make a new home over here. But they are going for Jakarta, which would be a nice little gain here. Give them some access to the Indian Ocean as well as the Pacific Ocean, where I'm sure towards the late game they will be a big threat to whoever's on the west coast of the US. Quite a scary threat. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. Right, what is it? Oh, yeah, it's into the yellow. That is rough. Where are these? Are these units? These are just fleeing. This workboat's just like, yep, we're out of here. Sail into the middle of nowhere. The privateer, they think about it, right? Obviously, we don't think about this because we think of how we play Civ. But, you know, imagine this boat, and this probably happened to, like, real people in real life. Like, they've sailed off somewhere for years, and they come home, and their city's just dead. That probably happened to a lot of people, like, back hundreds of years ago, when you think about it. Pretty rough. And yeah, China should kill off Indonesia next turn probably. America does re-grab Tlatelolco. Hopefully I nailed that. Hopefully, because normally we don't go for those, but there we go. We gave it a go. No more settlers in the Caribbean just yet. None from the US, interestingly. I thought they might have sent one. Rome has conquered Duisburg in the UK. Berlin has not fallen, but Dusseldorf in Sweden here could definitely fall to Russia as well. Stuttgart under a bit of a siege, but it's mostly okay. How is... Oh yeah, we didn't even look. Here's Persia's little city. Which is kind of cool. These boats might come and steal it, which is a bit sad. Songhai just about holding off, but this is menacing. This is hordes and hordes of impies coming after them. Rome has improved all the stuff over here and in Africa. Now their workers are rushing back. Crazy stuff. And the Inca have declared war on the Aztecs. We'll keep an eye on this. This city's definitely vulnerable. The Inca can obviously use the Panama Canal, essentially. They can come through this city with their units and hit this city on this side. And this one, actually. Both coastal. So that could... And pretty exposed as well. This one's got a few boats, but mostly exposed. America did just lose this city again. But Dortmund did fall back to Germany. And Russia has completed the Brandenburg Gate. So that's another wonder. I don't know how many they had, but I assume they had a few. Another wonder for them. As the Aztecs enter the Industrial Era, and China completes the Sistine Chapel. And they have put down that settler pretty much just next to where they already had a city, and right near the Shoshone. I don't think... Yeah, they won't be able to see each other. Although that said, the Shoshone's boats should be able to come over here, so they could meet. Maybe they can see each other. Not sure. You can just see random exploring units. Look, Germany's got a settler all the way out here. A scout all the way in Micronesia. And there we go. Russia grabs Dusseldorf, so that will improve their score. But Germany has recovered a couple of their cities from Rome, so that's good for them. As America retakes short-lived. Didn't go too well. Add China. Kills off... Is that our first death? Indonesia gone. Just trying to think. There's still 3 civs in Africa. The Mayans survived the early scare to at least still be alive. The 3 Europeans are still here in Russia, Germany, Rome. China, Siam. Indonesia was their own separate one. Who's the other Asian civ? Persia is just about still alive. Okay. Oh, they conquered the city down here. That didn't take long. Siam gets there as we hit turn 160. We're flying through. We'll probably have to do the info addicts again next episode. It doesn't really matter too much. It's going to be more exciting, I think, when the units hit their peak. And as we're back on domination only, they might actually fight each other beyond the information era for once. So that's great news. Yeah. Also, we get our 3rd ideology. That took a very long time. Did I not miss any? I don't know. Maybe there was a limit of coal or something, since someone didn't have coal to build the factories. I have no idea. Or maybe China and America were just miles ahead. But there we go. Siam going autocracy, which is rivaling China or joining the US team. That's quite interesting, I guess. They don't work as teams, but, you know, it must play some sort of small factor in the background. So it's pretty cool to see them teaming up. My one concern for Siam, this region is very open. There's not many units here. They all seem to be very focused on expanding, which is obviously important. But I would be very nervous. China has literally constructed a wall, but Indonesia survived. This settler that was just stood here. Their settlers did. Oh, now they're working. I see. Now that's how it is. These units that were not working the whole time now decide they had these, and now they've just decided to start walking around. Fair enough. They get peace deal though, so they will be reborn into the game as Rome becomes the 3rd autocratic civ. Did Russia peace out? Nope, this privateer just stole this city. Oh my goodness, what a mess. How has that happened? That is gross. How on earth has that occurred? Well, we move on. Hopefully Germany somehow gets that back so that Rome can get it back. Doesn't actually look like Germany has anything left. Okay, so the Inca peaced out and they did not take anything in the war, but they did just grab this in the peace deal. Unless I missed it, there was a lot of names popping up and it looks kind of similar to this name. So maybe I skipped it, but I'm pretty sure they just got this in the peace deal, which is great for the Incans. They, you know, I mean, it's better than what Brazil have done, right? And that's it. That's all they need to worry about. Just, you know, if you can be better than Brazil now in 50 turns, you know, you'll be bigger than them and it'll all work out. So that's, yeah, really good. Get a 12 pop city. Didn't have to conquer anyone. Good move. Weakens the Aztecs as well. So next time that should be easier, right? Is this gonna be autocracy again? Yep. Russia going autocracy. No one likes China, do they? That's where this is going. As they add another city, they are yet to get any more in Japan. Yep, no settlers just yet. And we have Indonesia, Siam, and the Inca. Oh, that is cruel. They'd probably be safe here. I don't know. Maybe Siam will turn up. I don't think the Inca would come over. Hopefully. Egypt versus Persia. Does that? Yes, that does kind of matter. I guess Egypt could commit everything and take this. They're probably actually the most likely civ to do it, so we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, that citadel. That must annoy. Not really annoy anyone actually. You didn't steal anyone's land, I don't think. Maybe maybe a tile here or there, but not too bad. Definitely seen worse. Great scientists there. China completes the Taj Mahal. Also, I've noticed I've been very energetic this video. I have no idea what it is. I don't know. This isn't some new me. It'll probably wear off and I'll like fall asleep in like 10 minutes. I have no idea why. I just sort of sat down, got in the flow. I have no idea what's going on. Too many coffees. I don't know. Oh, the Zulu got Madagascar. That's pretty new, and they have some more settlers. I don't think they've added too much new stuff within what they already had. And they have been repelled mostly by the Songhai. I don't know if that ended at some point and I missed it. But that will be it for this hectic episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. What else do you need to do? How have I forgotten? I've only done this 2,500 and something times before. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. That's the one you should do. Be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.